Hello, it's Thursday, February 5th, 2026. Thank you so much for tuning in to Up to the Minute. I'm Dr. Andrea Bonner, Chair of Consumer Arts and Sciences, and here's more information on where you can find us. We're on Houston City College District Facebook page, not HCC, and YouTube. We're also on X, LinkedIn, and on HCC TV at noon, 5, and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. For Throwback Thursday, we're joined by Tynan Shadle, Assistant Site Superintendent for Public Programs and Interpretation, Washington on the Brazos. He'll talk about the history of horse racing and Texas Independence Day, both of which were hosted at the Washington on the Brazos historical site. But first, we're speaking with an HCC nursing student who has an incredible story to share as she pursues her education as a student parent. Samantha Esquivel joins us to share how she turned her passion for serving the community into a commitment to saving lives. Samantha, welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you?
Good to see you. And I know you're a little nervous, but don't be nervous. We just want to hear all the great things that you have to say. So, can you take us back to the moment you knew nursing was the path you wanted to pursue? And what led you to choose HCC?
Well, I was 13. My grandmother had leukemia, and so I saw how nurses attended to her and how they treated her with like a nurturing and caring nature and all that. Yeah, so I have that too,
Okay.
a nurturing and caring nature also. So I realized, oh, well, I want to do that as a career, and so I want to help. I like to help people also. So I want to save lives, take care of children, give them that, that's that nurturing and caring nature for them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, somebody they could look up to and talk to, Also, not just as I don't want them to see me as a nurse, but somebody they could look up to, inspire people also.
Those are great characteristics of nurses. I think about,
They're
always
very
dealing with them.
sweet. They're
Yes,
very sweet,
very sweet.
very sweet people.
And you seem that way. So I think you're on the right path. So we all know that nursing school can be really demanding on its own. So how has becoming a parent kind of shaped how you approach your education and your whole purpose in the field?
Hmm. Wow.
Has it made you look at things differently, being a
Yeah.
parent and going into starting to, consider nursing as a career?
Yes, because I mean, it's really hard being a parent. I have two kids. I have a boy, I have a girl.
And how old are they?
My daughter, she's 5 years old, and I have a son that's 5 months.
Okay.
So, it's really hard.
But you're doing it.
Yeah, I'm doing it, and my mom taught me that if I can do it, you can do it also. And
Absolutely.
not only that, my sister has inspired me to go back to school.
That's good.
That there's no ifs or buts or you have to do it.
Yeah.
I do it for my kids, so they push me to go and be better.
They inspire you. That's really
Yes.
great. So, being a parent and a student, has there been one moment that's been like really challenging, like one super challenging moment that you've faced? And what did
Yes.
it teach you about yourself?
Yes, postpartum depression.
Okay.
I went through postpartum depression when I first had my daughter.
Okay.
So I didn't know how to be a mother. I was really scared.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to postpone my education for her, because I was taking on a new step into my life, a new phase that I'm going through.
Right.
And it's really hard being a mom, especially first time, and you lose sleep, you don't eat, you don't want to do anything,
Right.
So it's really hard. But I got out of that phase after like 2 years, and my sister was like, you should go back, like do it for your kids, do it for you, you don't want to be like working like a 9 to 5 when you could like have a real career, but you have to push yourself. you know,
Absolutely.
not just push myself, but, also God helps me, I'm also spiritual. So,
Absolutely. Same. And I know that things get overwhelming. You talked about postpartum depression. I'm just coming off of being a student myself, so I understand how that is. So, what keeps you grounded? You mentioned your faith. What keeps you grounded and motivated to keep going?
my family,
Your family?
my
Okay.
family,
Mhm.
my family. I mean, my family's not perfect, but my family, my friends, you know, they keep me, how you say,
Grounded,
grounded,
focused.
focused.
Yeah.
Yes, especially my kids. So, I look at the future and I'm like, I'm gonna be this in the future and I have to keep going.
You will. And your kids are watching you, and I'm sure
They
they're
are,
proud of you. They don't
they
know what's
are.
going on right
No,
now.
they're little, they have no idea. But yes, I mostly do it for them.
That's good. So, for people that are not familiar, a lot of people don't know all the great things that we have going on at HCC. So, for people that are not familiar with the nursing program, can you walk us through maybe a couple of courses that you've taken that have prepared you for real patient care?
I say anatomy and physiology. That
Okay.
one was a hard one,
Okay.
because you have to learn like the human body and all that.
Uh-huh.
Yes, you have to learn the respiratory system,
Mm-hmm.
the skeletal system, the nervous system,
All the
all everything. You need to learn each and every bone, each muscle, what causes like diseases in our body and how it like functions and how it creates. So yeah. Not only that, you have to take pharmaceuticals on which medication will help with those type of sicknesses
Mhm.
also.
That's
Hmm.
great.
Yeah.
So what do you wish someone had told you before you started the program, and what advice maybe could you give future students that are considering taking the leap, whether they're a parent or not? Like any advice? Because I always like to hear from students. We as instructors can give advice, but it's always good to hear from students. Like, what would you tell somebody else considering it?
Your mental health comes first.
Mental health, that's
Your
great.
mental health
Mhm.
comes first. And when your mental health is good, then you can go and focus on your school and your career. Because if you're not good, then how else are you going to focus in school? You're just going to be crashing out, breaking down, crying, and yeah,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Well, that's good. I know you talked about postpartum after your daughter and
Mhm.
kind of getting through that, and
Yeah,
that's good. And a lot of moms, people don't realize that's a normal thing. A
it's
lot of
normal.
moms
Yes,
deal with that. So you made it through and
I
you're still
did.
thriving, which is really
Yes.
good.
Hmm.
Looking ahead, how do you hope that your journey through nursing school will shape your career, but also you've talked about your family, also set an example for your family. So what do you hope, how do you hope that being in school will shape your career, and like what example this is set for your family?
Well, I mean, going to nursing school and all that, it's you have to deal with patients.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be caring, you have to be nurturing. And then not only that, you have to be careful on the stuff that you use. Like you have to wash your hands, you have to wear a mask, you have to, wear gloves and everything. You have to take vitals and all
Mm-hmm.
that stuff. You have to go through transitions, clinicals, different departments of nursing. You have oncology, pediatric, clinical, what else? I think urology, med surge. They have soft bedside nursing, something like that.
So many things.
So many things.
Yes.
There's different, that departments that you learn. Right now, I'm looking into pediatric.
Okay.
So I want to be a pediatric
Oh,
nurse.
that's great.
So I love children.
Mhm.
Yes, I love children. So
That's
yeah.
really good. And you just talked, kind of to end things, you talked about wanting to you're setting this example for your son and your daughter,
Yes.
which is really important. So they're
So
looking at mom working, looking at
yeah,
mom going to school.
yeah. So they will be like, if my mom can do it, I can do it. There's no failure in this family. There's no failure. No. You know, I graduated at 19, you know. I mean, it was hard, high school also, you know. I have dyslexia, you know, so I was struggling a lot with my academics. But, you know, my strongest subject was science. Also, it's another reason why I choose nursing.
Well, you use that to guide you to a career. So that's really good. So just to talk about your struggle in high school and now look at you, and you are an example for your kids. So I applaud you for that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Samantha Esquivel, nursing student at Houston City College. Up next, after a commercial break, I will talk to Tynan Shadle.
For over 50 years, HCC has been here for you. Affordable, accessible, focused on your success. This is your college, growing, evolving, expanding with you. More bachelor's degrees, stronger workforce training, online learning with global reach. A new name, the same mission, bigger vision. Houston City College, local focus, global reach. Register now at hccs.edu.
Our individual voices are powerful, but not everything has a voice. Let us be a voice to the voiceless. It's time to speak up for nature.
Poison Help is a free 24/7 hotline that answers all of your poison questions in over 100 languages.
Hello? Poison Help?
Hello? When poison happens, we're here for you. Just call Poison Help, 1-800-222-1222.
Moving on to our Throwback Thursdays guest, Tynan Shadle, Assistant Site Superintendent for Public Programs and Interpretation at Washington on the Brazos. Welcome to the show, Tynan.
Thank you very much for having me.
We're excited to have you. So for viewers who may not be familiar, what is Washington on the Brazos and why is this site so significant to Texas history?
So Washington on the Brazos is the site where Texas declared independence from the Republic of Mexico on March 2nd of 1836. And it includes Barrington Living History Farm, the Star of the Republic Museum, the Washington Townsite Experience, and Fanthorpe Inn and over in Anderson, Texas as well. So it is, if you want to know about the Republic of Texas, the 10-year period when we were our own country, this is the place where you need to come.
Well, I love that. And I tell everyone, my great grandmother was born in Washington on the Brazos, and I heard that all growing up. So I'm familiar, but I'm glad to have you on so you can familiarize the rest of us about this. So Washington on the Brazos, again, you said is where the Texas Declaration of Independence was signed. How does the site bring the story of the Republic of Texas and early statehood to life for visitors today?
So we do a lot of living history programs. So what I mean by that is we are in period clothing. We are doing historic trade skills, historic foodways, so we're cooking like they did in the time period. We do a lot of special programming, bigger events. We'll do court programs, mock trial programs. We'll do a horse racing program as well. So we do a lot of that, and then we have some wonderful exhibits and things at the Star of the Republic Museum, an excellent collection of artifacts. Star of the Republic Museum is the only museum in the country that talks specifically about the Republic of Texas.
That's great. And you mentioned the horse racing, and that's one of your upcoming programs focusing on horse racing in the 1840s. So why was 1840s? Why was horse racing such an important sport in Washington and in the Republic of Texas during that time?
So Texas was trying to emulate a lot of what was going on in the United States, and horse racing was the sport it was the national pastime, the baseball of the time period, and it's our football today. And so they were racing horses in Texas for entertainment. Yes, it's very thrilling to watch these fine animals run around the track. It was a social occasion. People would come together and they might bet on the races, but they would see people and kind of mingle in society. But it even had a more noble goal than that, which was Horse racing brought the opportunity for people to raise better horses, a better breed of horse, and therefore improve the breed while also being able to improve agriculture for the human race, in a sense, of making the best horses possible. So these race purses and things, all this excitement served a noble purpose as well.
So the program, and thank you for that background. The program involved extensive research and partnerships with other organizations like the Texas Racing Commission and the National Museum of Racing and Hall of Fame. So what did those collaborations uncover about racehorses, about the rules, and about racing culture in Texas?
So for the National Racing Hall of Fame, they had jockey uniforms or jockey silks from the 1820s. And so what we did was we were looking to put our riders, because these are live horse races, we were looking to put them in period appropriate attire. And so we had them take pictures and measurements of these jockey silks, and then we were able to recreate them. And so when you see our jockeys go around the track, they're not actual professional jockeys, but they are wearing silks that would have been similar to the time period. And those jockeys, it's another partnership for us, which is Iron Horse Guest Ranch over in Plantersville. These folks, they drive our stagecoach for us at Fanthorpe Inn, but they bring their horses out and race their quarter horses for us on the track. We could not do the program without them. Now, the Texas Racing Commission is actually a new partnership. We are partnering with them on the race this year on April the 4th. They are helping us promote the event, but they are also helping us bring modern perspective to our visitors. We take care of the historic aspect. They're going to send someone to speak about modern horse racing in Texas, because it still continues to this day at places like the Sam Houston Race Park. And so we're really looking forward to that partnership with them.
Well, that's great. The horse racing in Washington event is on April 4th, and it's going to feature live races, wagon rides, and period games. So what can visitors expect to experience, and how does this event help them step back into the 1840s?
So we named this event Gamblers, Horse Racers, and Sports of All Classes, because that's what the population of Washington was described as in the 1840s. That was some of that research that we did. And so we've tried to recreate kind of that atmosphere as best we can. So when visitors arrive, we have some very large canvas circus tents set up for a viewing area. When they walk under the tent, they'll meet everyone in period clothing. They'll have the opportunity to taste some non-alcoholic cocktails from the time period, to sample those. We'll have games like Faro, which was a very common gambling game at the time, not actually putting any money down, just playing the game itself. But then we'll have 3 or 4 horse races throughout the day. So visitors will get to experience, we cut a 1/4 mile track in one of our pastures here at the site. We've got all the poles and things up. There's an infield. We have judges out with flags. And so we will race around 3 or 4 times. So they'll get to experience a small taste of the excitement of watching a horse in full stride, running on a track. And so it's a lot of fun. And there's it's in the spring. We're a bluebonnet area. So you've got this beautiful backdrop of bluebonnets. The Brazos River is not too far away. So this event really immerses you in the 1840s.
It sounds exciting, and I might even come down to see it. So looking ahead to Texas Independence Day celebration in this year, what makes this 190th anniversary especially meaningful for the site and for Texans?
We are 10 years away from our bicentennial. In many ways, this is a warm-up run for the bicentennial. But for us, this is one of the first times we just had a major renovation to our site. Over $50 million was invested in this site. We redid the Star of the Republic Museum, our visitor center, and we recreated 8 historic structures on the Washington Town site, which is now the Washington Town Site Experience. So if you weren't here for our grand reopening in November, this is going to be your first chance to glimpse what we've done here. We've brought back the period from 1835 to 1845 on the town site. So you're going to be able to see more than just Independence Hall. We're at the event, we're going to have scenes from the convention of 1836, so you can come poke in and watch some of these people being portrayed. We'll have all kinds of trades demonstrations out there. We're opening a new building, the Holland Lot Tavern. We had one that wasn't quite complete. It will be complete. So that's where our opening ceremony and our reenactor parade will begin at 10:15. We're also bringing the Ark of the Covenant of the Texas Declaration of Independence back to Washington for the first time since it was built. It was a box that was built out of pieces of the original Independence Hall, and it will be displayed in the Star of the Republic Museum. Of course, we'll have great performers, food vendors, all that. So come spend the whole day on Saturday, February 28th.
That sounds great. I think we've got just about 1 minute left. Any last words you'd like to share with us about any upcoming programs or anything else that visitors can look forward to when they visit?
As part of that Texas Independence Day celebration, we have a nighttime program on February 27th. It's a Friday evening from 6 to 9. It's ticketed. You can buy tickets at wheretexasbecame.texas.org. That's our foundation's page. You'll get to see scenes of people like Davy Crockett, Lorenzo de Zavala, the Runaway Scrape, and it's all through candlelight and lanterns. So keep an eye out for that.
That is great. A lot of great things happening in Washington on the Brazos. So again, thank you, Tynan Shadle, who is the Assistant Site Superintendent for Public Programs and Interpretation at Washington on the Brazos. Coming up after a quick commercial break, I will return with Save the Date announcements.
Our individual voices are powerful, but not everything has a voice. Let us be a voice to the voiceless, the caretakers our home deserves. If there's one thing we've learned, it's that when we all come together, the sky is the limit. It's time to speak up for nature.
Up with some announcements we've got going on around Houston City College. First, the HCC Logistics Expo. HCC Southeast invites students and the community to its Logistics Expo, where innovation meets opportunity. Learn about careers in logistics and supply chain management and discover how you can become part of the next generation of supply chain champions. It's going to be on February 10th from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the HCC Eastside campus, Building D, room 108, and it's at 6815 Rustic Street. Next, deep in the heart of Texas, want the chance to win free tickets to the annual Houston Rodeo? I think we all want to go to the rodeo. Students can put their Texas history knowledge to test for a chance to win tickets to the Houston Carnival during rodeo season on February 25th from February 25th, 12:20 to 2:20 p.m. And it's going to be at the Nord Forest campus at 6010 Little York Road. Our Second Start classes. This is a reminder that the spring 2026 Second Start session starts on Monday, February 9th. This provides students a fresh opportunity to enroll, stay on track, or add an extra course this semester. Second Start offers accelerated classes designed to help students earn credit in a shorter time frame while continuing progress toward their academic goals. The start date is this coming Monday, February 9th. For more information, the link will be in our post after the show. An HCC Southwest 5K Love Run event. Need a fun activity for the weekend? I hear the weather's going to be really nice. HCC Southwest and the City of Missouri City invite students and the community members to come out this Saturday and spread the love for a great cause. Join us for a day of fun, connection, and giving back, because a little love goes a long way. February 7th from 8 to 11 a.m. It's going to be at HCC Missouri City campus at 1600 Texas Parkway. Coming up for Film Friday, get ready to laugh with a local comedian as she celebrates her stand-up debut on a Netflix series. Thank you for joining us. See you next time.
Three.
Charlie,
Four.
you're gonna be late.
Charlie.
Huh?
Hey.
Here comes Charlie. Hey, Invisinerd. Wait!
Things are slow at work.
Oh, we can't live like this. We have to do something.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. If you could see you through my eyes instead of your ego, I believe you'd be surprised to see that you've been blind. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Yeah, before you abuse, criticize and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
When you're given a childhood cancer diagnosis, hope is lacking. But coming to St. Jude, they were my foundation for getting my hope back. So we have to continue funding St. Jude, because if it weren't for the donors, my daughter may not have made it to her 2nd birthday. Now she can show everybody else what true strength is.